If you are just starting out in the agency space or the online business space, cold calling is hands down one of the best ways that you can get clients as a complete beginner. The problem is most people on this app are teaching you the complete wrong way to do this. So my goal today is to give you the simplest and easiest way as a complete beginner to be very effective with cold calling. I'm going to give you my personal script that I have used to make multiple six figures. And I'm not only going to give you my script, but I'm also going to show you how to execute on it, because the script is half the game. The other half of the game is the tonality, how you're saying what you're saying. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So first things first, I just want to give you a couple tips and tricks. So first thing, I know cold calling can be intimidating at first, but you need to get practice in. The more practice you get, the more reps you get in, the easier it will be. I promise you that. Just get the reps in. Second thing, do not be afraid of rejection. You will get rejected a lot. That is part of cold calling. That is part of the game. It's simply a numbers game. The more people you call, the more people you will get to say yes. Do not be fazed by it. If someone says no, cool. Scroll down, call the next guy. Third thing, you want to try not to sound like you're reading off a script as much as possible. Most people that read off a script, they sound very robotic. It sounds like they're reading a script. It's very obvious and it just sounds stupid. That's where the tonality comes into play. So when you practice the script, it's going to get much easier. It's going to be like second nature. You're going to know what to say without having to read it. You want to add in some filler words and different things to make you sound more human. You don't have to purposely put them in, but don't be focused on reading it perfectly word for word. Things like that are totally fine, and it actually will help you be more successful because you sound more human. You always want to let the prospect talk as much as possible. If you get someone that is a talker that talks a lot, let them yap. Let them start yapping. Ask them questions. It's going to build more rapport. It's going to build a relationship. And then when it comes time to pitch them, it's going to be so much easier. And they're going to be so much more open to whatever you have to offer because you spent a couple minutes building rapport with them. Next thing, experiment with different openers, different strategies, and craft this script to what works for you. Make slight adjustments. Change words out that you wouldn't normally use. Whatever feels the most natural for you is going to be the most effective for you. So make changes where you see fit. And change a couple words here and there, but try to keep the same structure of the script I'm about to give you the same. And the last thing before we jump into the script, tonality is extremely important. Like I said, you want to know the script well enough to where you can actually have control over your tonality, because it really is about how you're saying what you're saying, which I'm going to cover once we get into the script. You want to come off as confident, genuine, human, and natural. That's going to be the best way that you're going to connect with these people on a personal level and get them to agree to meet with you or buy whatever service it is that you're offering. So now into the actual script itself. So the first thing you'll notice, I don't have my company name in the first line. You don't want to do that. That's going to trigger sales resistance right away. Hey, my name's Connor with Upscale Systems. They immediately know, because that's the start of every other cold call they've ever gotten in their life. They're going to know it's a cold call. They're going to know you have something to sell them, and that's going to put up the guard right away. You do not want to do that. You want to break the pattern of what they normally are getting on a daily basis, because you have to realize there's people cold calling them all day, every day. So you need to come at it from a unique angle that you're not going to sound like a cold caller right away, and that's what's going to hook them in, and that's what's going to get them interested. It's the pattern interrupt. So this is how you're going to open it up. Hey, John, my name's Connor. I just saw your post in the XYZ Facebook group about your landscaping services. So obviously for XYZ, you're going to fill in the name of the Facebook group and also whatever services that they're offering. I just use landscaping for this example, but you're going to notice at the very end, I had a bit of an upward inflection. So I was almost like confused. It was almost ending in a question. And that's important because it's going to get the prospect hooked. It's going to get them interested because they're going to be confused and curious as to what you're asking them for. They're going to be like, okay, yeah, like, what's up? How can I help you? So that's part of getting them hooked in. You don't have to do that, but I think it's very helpful when you do end it in that upward inflection as if it was a question, because that's going to get them hooked in. Yeah, so I was actually just working with a few other landscaping businesses in the group to help them get more customers for their business. And I was just scrolling through the group. I saw your post. I figured I'd reach out and just see if that's something you'd be interested in. So you can tell from there, it was very casual, very passive. These business owners are used to getting pitched straight all day. which they hate, by the way, and they're not going to be receptive to at all because people usually hate cold callers. So when you're pitching them super casual, super passive, almost like you don't even care if they say yes, you were just scrolling and you just figured you'd reach out to them. Kind of like, when you're that casual, it's not going to sound like a normal pitch to them. And also, we're kind of injecting a little bit of social proof because we're saying, hey, I'm working with a couple other businesses to help them get more customers. So you're very vague. It's going to get them curious because they're like, oh, like, okay, what businesses is he working with and how is he helping them get more customers? It dings off a bunch of questions in their head that they're going to be curious about. So even if they're not interested, they're still going to be kind of curious and they're probably going to ask you questions after that. Usually what they say is, yeah, obviously I'd be interested in getting more customers. And I specifically worded it like that, get more customers, because every business is going to be interested in getting more customers. That's the one thing that every single business owner wants. So from there, the most common response to that is, yeah, sure. How do you do it? Tell me how it works. What do you do? They're curious as to how we do what we just said. So they're going to say, yes, tell me how it works, something along those lines. And then this is where the pitch comes in. And the pitch is very simple and very straightforward. Yeah, John. So we use an automated AI system to capture new leads for you, follow up with them automatically to set appointments. And then once the job's completed, it will go ahead and automatically collect Google reviews for you. So that's not only going to give you a much better reputation, but it's also going to rank you way higher in the Google search results. Very simple and straightforward pitch. It's got a couple good buzzwords like AI. Because AI is such a trending topic, their ears are going to perk up a little bit. They're going to be even more interested. So now you're reeling them in a little bit further. And then in parentheses, there's a bit more to it, but from what I've said so far, does that sound like something you might be able to benefit from? So you don't have to use the line in parentheses, but it's very important, the line right after that. Does that sound like something you might be able to benefit from? So essentially what you're doing here is you're kind of asking them a leading question. You are saying something that sounds really awesome that almost any business owner on the planet would be able to benefit from. And then you're asking them, is that something you'd be able to benefit from? So you're kind of baiting a yes to kind of lead them into the next step, which is booking them in for an appointment. This works super well. Some people even go as far as to like laugh and be like, of course I could benefit from that. Like, what are you talking about? So they're most likely at this point, if you've gotten this far, they're going to say yes. And then that's when you can hit them with the appointment booking. So once they say yes, you're going to be like, okay, awesome, John. So would you be opposed to jumping on a quick 20-30 minute call sometime this week so I can get to know a little bit more about you and your business, see if we'd even be a good fit to work together in the first place? And then if so, we can talk about the potential next steps. So what you're doing here is essentially very casually going in for an appointment booking, and you're also pulling back just a little bit. Because you're saying, yeah, I don't know if we're a good fit to work together yet. I'd have to know a little bit more about your business. So even though you're the one that actually outreached to them and you're the one that called them, you're now pulling back a little bit. You're like, oh yeah, I don't know if we'd even be a good fit to work together. We could jump on a quick call and have a chat about it. So now that he's interested, you got him hooked in, boom, you pull back. This works so well. Almost every single time, if you got this far, they're going to say yes. You're going to get them in for a booking. And then the most important thing here, you want to schedule that call in stone on the call. So you're going to give them like two options. You could say, yeah, John, so I got a Wednesday at 6 o'clock and a Thursday at 3 o'clock. Which one works better for you? Give them two different options. Let them choose which one they want to do. And then go from there. Never leave it up in the air. You want to set it in stone on the call. If you do not set it in stone and you leave it till later and be like, oh yeah, we'll check our schedules and pick a time later, it's most likely not going to happen. Very important to do it on the call. And then from there, you just rinse and repeat. This is easily the most effective script you're going to find. And like I said, I give away all my resources for completely free along with my free course. So if you want to grab any of that stuff, it's going to be linked down below. Drop a comment if you thought this was helpful. Drop a comment if you have any questions. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a great rest of your day.